Assignment number 4 was pretty harsh, right? You thought you were coming in to work on your marriage and on your business. Little did you know we're working on you to discover the pain, to talk about the pain that was stopping you from being the person you saw yourself that you wanted to be, the person you wanted to be. Nothing to do with your marriage and nothing to do with your business, and everything to do with you. That's why you're here. That's why I'm here. Because I know what you're going through. Digging deep into the pain. I know for me it was harsh. It was hard. It was pain I didn't even know that was that painful for me. It was pain that I hid, that I thought it was okay. I'm surviving. It's a big deal. I've been mentally abused my whole life. No one needs to know. What does that have anything to do with my marriage and my business? And that's just a short part of my life that you know about. But what does that anything to do with how I'm living life today? Nothing. I just always thought things are just not going good for me. I'm just meant to be the wife and the business owner that has no voice and no backbone. And everybody's supposed to walk all over me. I'm just supposed to show up this way. It's just who I am. It's bullshit. I was a prisoner in my own body and my own thoughts. And my questions and answers, they were just becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Because I was creating that in my own mind, my thoughts, my questions, my answers. I was confused. I didn't know what I wanted. I was all over the place. Even hearing myself talk sometimes, I was like, I'm not making any sense. But that's how I was showing up to my marriage. And that's how I was showing up in business. I wasn't getting respect in business because I wasn't respecting myself. I didn't think anything at all. I was lost. How was I supposed to get love and patience and compassion and so much from my husband if I wasn't giving myself that? How was I supposed to get respect and be the leader that I am today? How was I supposed to get that if I wasn't truly that person? Because that's who I believe that I was. I wasn't a leader. I wasn't anyone. I was told my whole life, you're nothing. So how was I supposed to show up that way in my business? I couldn't. So digging for that pain, assignment number 4 was harsh. It was harsh. But now that you know the things that are holding you back, you pretended that the pain wasn't there. And now that you came out with that pain, oh, it's there. And it's coming. It's coming hard for you. And it'll put you in a pit, in a dark hole, because you've lied to yourself and to others. You lied to yourself that everything was okay, and it's not. And you lied to others like your life was perfect, you were good, when it's not. Your family picture perfect on Facebook, or your friends and your family, everything's fine, don't worry, we're good. Everyone's good, but you're not. That's what brings you here today. I know I wasn't. I was in a pit. I was in a dark place. I took myself there, no one else. I did that to myself. And when I was down there, I didn't know how to get out. I felt like it was getting bigger and bigger. I was just digging deeper into that pit because of all the bullshit stories I created for myself. No one can take me out of there. I was the only one that could have done that. When I started asking myself better questions, when I started finding out the pain that took me there, the real pain that took me there, I did that to myself. I know why I couldn't become the leader that I know that I could have been. I am today. I'm not one to fuck with. Anyway, assignment number 5 is the pit. the dark place that you go to imprison yourself, you become a prisoner in your own body. Explain what you do when you get to that dark place. I want to know. What do you do when you get there? When you fall into that pit? I know for me, I'd shut down for months, days. I wouldn't get out. It was too deep. I like to put it this way. It was so small growing up. As I got older, I would just hide things. I would just dig things, is what I used to say. I just dug holes in my backyard and put everything that I had hidden in there. Until one day I stepped out and I just fell into this huge puddle and I couldn't get out. I was drowning into this deep pit. There was nothing more I could possibly hide. Didn't have room anymore. I was burning inside. I became a prisoner. I want you to create a video no more than 5 minutes. Just remember, it doesn't need to make sense. It just needs to make sense to you. Just to you. It could be just random things that put you in that pit. But you should already know from assignment number 4 when we dug deep on that pain. But these assignments are getting more hard because you're digging deeper. So I find myself, when I make these videos of my own, because I want to watch myself, I don't make sense because I'm in so much pain. But that makes only sense to me. It doesn't have to make sense to that other person, because I take out so much of the bullshit stories and phrases and comments that I had in me that I created for myself. So these videos, this video that I want you to make it no more than 5 minutes. Be real and raw. Question number 1, describe your pit. What do you do when you're in that pit? What are your thoughts? Do you shut down? Do you think about hurting yourself or others? Tell me, what is the depth of that pit? Question number 2, how long does it last? Days, months, weeks? Like, how long does that last? And I know for me, it lasted a very long time. And it didn't mean I didn't show up. It's incredible. It's like you being in another body that you know you don't belong to. You're imprisoned. So even though I was in that pit, I was still coming out. And I was running life and dealing with my kids and my husband in business. But I was not that person. It felt like that person was still in bed. But I knew that I had to get shit done, whichever way possible. So my body was still moving, but I wasn't all there. So question number 1, describe your pit. What do you do? What are your thoughts? Do you shut down? What do you think about doing when you're in that pit? What is the depth of that pit? I know for me, years back, this was before my children were born, and I had an episode. I wanted to die. I wanted to commit suicide. Those were the thoughts, and it just got deeper and deeper. I would never have thought about that, and it just became deeper. I was drowning. When I would think about things, it felt like for every question I would ask myself, another one popped up. For every answer I had, they started to get confusing. So I was like, is that the right answer? I have another question popping up. I constantly questioned myself and my life. How long does it last? Is your question number 2. Even though you described your pain in the last assignment, I do want to tell you this. Your pain will never go away. You'll always have doubt, and you'll question yourself, and you'll always think about things. But for me, it got shorter. My months turned into weeks and days. And now I take my head out of my ass and get shit rolling quick. That pain is there, but I deal with it now. I talk about it. It's out there. I became strong, powerful, because I have no fucking secrets with my spouse or anyone else. My life is out there, and I love it. So remember the 2 questions. Describe your pit. What are your thoughts when you're in there? And how long does it last? Do the work and do it now.